Ward's Reservoir, locally known as the Blue Lagoon, can be found outside the small Lancashire village of Belmont. This reservoir serves a special purpose for one of Britain's most iconic animals. But for the best chances of spotting this animal, you have to wait until nightfall. The common toad. Once a year, toads make ponds, reservoirs and lakes their breeding grounds. When the weather conditions are just right, the perfect combination of warm and wet, toads will emerge in the masses and migrate towards water. It's early in the breeding season, and this group of males have arrived early doors. It seems that they're waiting for some females to appear. And this male thinks he's found one. He watches her from a distance, but she's noticed him and she tries to get away. He follows her up the bank and tries to grab her round the waist, securing her as his mate. But something's not quite right. It turns out that this female is actually another male. Better luck next time, mate. Should have gone to Specsavers. Towards the water's edge, we can see that some couples have successfully made it to the reservoir. But getting here isn't so easy. On the bank, other couples pair up, but they're not safe just yet because lurking in the shadows, single males wait to pounce. Males outnumber females 3-1, so it is every man for himself. Male toads aren't put off by a bit of competition, and they'll pursue a female who's already engaged. As we can see here, this male is attempting to hijack another couple. The engaged male gives him a kick just to let him know that he wants this female all to himself. Luckily, they get away. Other couples escape by making a dash for it. Lucky for this pair, they've gone unnoticed by the other males. They make their way down to the water, avoiding any challengers. Thankfully, no one's noticed them, and they're left to mate in peace. This young male is late to the party, but he faces a much bigger obstacle. The road. He starts to make his way across, unaware of the danger that he's putting himself in. He hears the oncoming car and stops. The car goes by and he's nowhere to be seen. Thankfully, he's already made it across, and he makes his way down to the reservoir to join in with the fun. But not all toads are this lucky. Many migrational routes are obstructed by roads, and tens of thousands of toads are killed each year as a result of roadkill. In response to this issue, there are groups of wildlife vigilantes who ensure that toads get across the road safely. They call themselves toad patrols, and they monitor toad hotspots, collecting toads in buckets and releasing them closer to the water's edge so they can continue to breed safely. Thanks to the efforts made by patrollers, thousands of toads are saved each year. But sadly, the UK's toad numbers have dropped 68% in only 30 years. To help protect toads, be sure to drive carefully on damp nights and consider joining your local toad patrol by visiting froglife.org.